Hello and welcome to Bleeding Tree Gaming. My name's Amy, aka Warpfiend, and today I have a fun little convergence of interests. So I recently picked up the new Pro Acryl Rogue Hobbies paint range, which features some seriously bright pigments. Louise did a very interesting video where she spoke about the design of these paints being such that you have a good RGB and CMYK selection, and with the addition of white and black you can basically mix any colour. So with the new SKAVENPRIDE Age of Sigmar box being right around the corner and June being Pride month, I figured the best way to put these paints through their paces was to try and get all of the Pride colours on a clan rat using only this set. So let's dive in. First off, since these are some very saturated colours, I'm going to start from a fully white base coat for maximum vibrancy. Although I like to think I have an eye for some odd colour theory tricks in my painting, I've never been trained in paint mixing to get specific vibrant primary and secondary colours in the kind of systematic way that many art students are. And so it takes me a little bit of playing around to create some specific shades that I'm looking for. As I start laying down colours on the model, it starts out all very rough as I try to work out how to position each colour on what is an older and less crisp sculpt than the beautiful new clan rats that are launching in 3 weeks' time. I tend to sketch fast, so some of the colours blend into each other as I lay them down next to each other, but I'm not too fussed at this stage. Once there's some basic divisions down, I can start cleaning everything up. It ends up taking me 2 or 3 hours total to get these colours neatly painted, with constant revisions, tidying up over and over until I'm happy. For now, I start mixing some shades and highlights to apply to each colour. Everyone needs its own range of tones around it, and it's way easier once you've got a colour nailed down to find lighter and darker tones around it than it is to say, you know, get the perfect violet base tone. The colours of the Pride flag obviously feature a lot of bold primary and secondary tones, and given that these paints are designed to be able to mix any tone you want, I was interested to see how they'd handle all of the colours. I'd say the answer is pretty well. I got some great tones to play around with, and although, you know, the opacity of some of the mixed colours wasn't quite where I'd like, these were mostly tones along the orange-yellow part of the colour wheel, where it's actually extremely difficult to make acrylic paints that don't have some degree of translucency. I ended up finding it way easier to tidy up any mistakes in pure white and then reapply the colour over the top. But if you're going for something super saturated and vibrant, that's something I'd recommend doing anyway, really. I've been using Pro Acryl paints for some time now, and I'm a big fan of the paints in general. Their bold titanium white is fairly much the only white paint that I ever use these days, and I have a couple of their Influencer Signature Series sets. It's nice to see some more vibrantly pigmented paints in their line, and I'm definitely going to be reaching for these in future when I need to inject some bold colours into my work. I found painting the whole Pride flag with just these colours is quite a mental workout, and while I found myself wishing at a couple of points that I could reach for my standard methods of painting bright colours, the struggle to adapt to the particular qualities of the Rogue Hobbies set was a real learning experience. It does you good to break out of your mould every now and then, and just to expand your painting skill set. But if using these paints for the bright colours of the Pride flag was a little challenging, painting the rest of the model with them was an absolute delight. Getting an orangey pink skin tone mixed up was just a breeze, and the highlighting process was mostly just the addition of white and yellow. Similarly, a touch of blue gave a fantastic recess colour. I even attempted a little bit of rusted NMM for the polearm this guy is carrying, and while it's not the best I've ever achieved, I absolutely should have mixed a less vibrant colour for the blade to go with the rust. Yeah, I'm still happy to say these paints perform well at the task. So yeah, that's my little Skaven dude, ready to go celebrate Pride by throwing bricks at the Stormcop Eternals. I'm going to finish him up and come back with the beauty shots at the end, so stick around. Overall, these paints, like any paints, aren't going to change your life and instantly make you a better painter. They are a great addition to my selection though, and definitely congrats to Louise and Pro-Acryl for a new and interesting take on the Influencer paint range. Have you tried any of these paints out? I'd love to hear your experiences with them, or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been Amy for Bleeding Tree Gaming, and happy Skavenpride to everyone.